Are you a newbie entrepreneur, solopreneur, side hustler, or small business owner? Do you want to learn how to build, launch, and grow your very own personal freedom success system? Well, congrats, because that's exactly what our podcast teaches. Let's get to it. Good morning and congratulations on taking the first episode of your Slow Money Blues. My name is Doug, retired U.S. Marine and two-time combat veteran turned entrepreneur at your service. Today's episode is 612, Follow the Rules. Happy Spooky Day. And guess what? I'm quite sure a lot of kids are going to be coming to our community. I can't wait to see all the awesome kids in the costume and stuff like that and give them some tricks or treats. I don't do tricks, but the kids will definitely get some treats. If you have any questions, visit slowmoneyblues.com and click on Ask or send me your question on IG, Facebook, or Twitter using hashtag SlowMoneyBlues. What are we going to be talking about? That is a great question. We are going to be talking about 3 types of rules you do not want to turn away from YouTube or Facebook. But before we continue, I always have these 2 questions. 1, did you do your homework? If you're tuning in live right now on YouTube or Facebook, awesome. If not, you'll be able to look at it sometime in the future on YouTube or Facebook because the video will be there in perpetuity unless I decide to take it down. Let's say our morning mantra. I state your full name, take 100% responsibility and accountability for my decisions and actions. I refuse to blame others. If I do, I give well my power, authority, and promises given to me by G-O-D. If you want to learn how we keep the lights on, just go to slowmoneyBlues/sponsors. You'll see Linky.com, BigNetDomain.com, FastCashOutlet.com, and others. This is what I said I was going to do last Tuesday, and I promised you I was going to do it. Do you love winning, getting bonuses, taking challenges, entering contests, and winning giveaways? And I said to my listening audience, go to slowmoneyblues.com/win. And if someone takes it, we have 4 different opportunities, and it's so easy to participate. Just go there right now. And I said I was going to announce the winner. Well, guess what? No one took me up on my offer. I'm not even mad about it. I mean, after all, I'm already winning. I'm just trying to help you guys win. If you love winning, getting bonuses, taking challenges and contests, and winning giveaways, go to slowmoneyblues.com/win. If you don't like it, why don't you tell your family, friends, colleagues, or co-workers and say, hey, look, go over there and check that thing out, and maybe you can win $100 in BTC, because you know I am crypto fanatic. This is today's poll question. Do you follow rules? Yes, no, let me think about it. You can do that by going to slowmoneyblues.com/poll. Before we continue, I want to just say we're going to be doing some new contests. The new contest will start probably this Friday. I think we're going to be doing some different type of giveaways to inspire and motivate other people to participate. Plus, my team and I, we're going to do a better job at marketing, advertising, stuff like that, with some of the networks and stuff like that. When Sally was growing up, she was told, follow the rules and good things will happen. She heard things like knowledge is power. Get a good education, respect your elders, and eat all of your vegetables. All of these things sound good to a 9-year-old, but are they? Let's get closer. Fast forward 20 years later, Sally is 29 years old, married for 5 years, and she has 2 children. She tells her little girls, knowledge is power. Get a good education, respect your elders, and eat all your vegetables. Follow the rules, and good things will happen. Very interesting. I'm going to just share a little background story before I really dive into this episode of how this all came about. I was walking yesterday, and I walk about 4 or 5 times a week in my community, and I was listening to another podcast, which was done back in 2022, and they were talking about Herman Cain. Herman Cain passed away from COVID-19, and what they said was, the host actually said, well, he didn't follow the rules. And that's exactly how this episode came about. If you want to know how I get content, sometimes I'm just listening to other podcasts or other speakers, and voila, the show, I'm like, I want to talk about it. So 3 types of rules. The first rule is right rules. I want to dive into this a little bit. I want to take a deep dive. I don't think this is going to be longer than normal, but I want to dive into right rules. Because the minute that I put right in front of rules, we should ask ourselves, Who said that the rule is right? In other words, what gave them such authority that they would be the only ones that can say a rule is right? That's what all of us should question. When we say, like, eat all of your vegetables. Now, remember what I was talking about, what Sally grew up learning, and then she presumed that all of these things were right. I don't know if she had the evidence of that, but then she said, you know what? They work for me, so I'm going to pass them along to my daughters. And I don't know if it worked out well for her daughters, but knowledge is power was one of those things, right? Now, this is what I have come to believe. I believe that knowledge is power only if used to help you get to your desired destination. There's all types of ways to accumulate knowledge, but knowledge in and of itself, which is nothing more than information, really doesn't help you if you don't use it to get to your destination. And so if we look at that in light of point number one, these three types of rules, which are right rules, I don't know if that would be a right rule. Get a good education. Well, first of all, how do you determine what a good education is? I think sometimes what we do is we confuse a good education with getting good degrees. See, you could graduate, I think it's summa cum laude, magna cum laude, or oh my laude, but either way, just by virtue of you getting some type of laude doesn't mean that that's going to work and help you get to your ultimate destination. So, right rules. The real point is this. Who determines if a rule is right for you? You know who it is? The person that's looking in the mirror. Only you get to determine what rule is right for you. So that is the first type of rule. The second type of rule is this. Wrong rules. Now, we have so many different medical studies that come out. And some say you should eat vegetables all the time. Some say you should only eat this many vegetables. Some say you should eat this type of vegetable. Eat more green vegetables. Eat more leafy vegetables. The beet is a superfood. The orange is, so many oranges are not good for you. When it comes to a wrong rule, who gets to determine it once again? Only you get to determine if a rule is wrong. A rule is always wrong if it doesn't help you get to your ultimate destination. If you remember, Sally was taught, and then Sally told her daughters, follow the rules and good things will happen. I don't know if good things always happen, because if you get a good education, and let's just say you got a degree and you graduated, with a 4.0 GPA, then you decide to pursue your master's degree, and you excelled at that. You didn't graduate with a 4.0 from that. You got recognized by the institution or the college or the university. You was the valedictorian. But what they couldn't guarantee you was that you would never have a recession or depression or economic downturn in your life. So is it really a good education, or did you just prove to yourself that you can do someone else's curriculum? Second type of rule is the wrong rule. And the wrong rule is a rule that doesn't work and help you get to your ultimate destination. Rule number 3, which is the most powerful rule that exists in the entire universe. Here it comes. 2 rules. This is a rule that no matter what is always true. I want to say this to all of my fellow earthlings. You know why I said the word earthlings? Because oftentimes people will say, where are you from? And I always respond and I say, I'm from the same place all human beings are from. I am from my mother, like you, and I am also from the earth, like you. There's no other place where human beings are from. What I really think they're trying to ask me is this. Where did you grow up? I would say, I grew up in the 314, St. Louis, Missouri, the show me state. They're like, okay. And then I'm like, so where did you grow up? And they're like, because, see, we don't grow up in our mother's womb. Although we grow in our mother's womb prior to us being birthed. We don't grow up there because we don't live there. We don't stay there. At some point, we got to come out into the earth. Rule number 3 are true rules. This is the the most powerful rule, and this rule is correct and true because it's a true rule all of the times, and it always works and helps you get to your ultimate destination. And you know what the truest rule that ever existed on the planet? Freedom. Now you know I was going to go there. If you've been rocking me for any amount of time, listening to me for any amount of time, watching me for any amount of time, you know that I am a freedom evangelist and I am a freedom advisor. And the only thing that I'm going to tell you so that you don't lie to yourself is that the only thing that you want and the only rule that works for you is freedom. No other rule works for you besides freedom. See, if you take up the premise of if you follow the rules and good things will happen, well, you always have to ask yourself, who made the rules and why did they make the rules and why are their rules superior to your rules? That's what you have to ask yourself. And I'm not going to give you the answer to that, but I do want you to begin to think, and I want you to think critically of why do you, if you are one of those people that have to follow the rules, why do you feel like you have to follow the rules? And what is the benefit or benefits of you following that particular set of rules or rule? So the 3 types of rules from the top again. There are right rules, there are wrong rules, and then there are true rules. And you can determine which one you are going to follow. So what is our major takeaway for the day? This is a good one. The rules you follow will determine your destiny. And what is next week's homework? Thank you so much for asking. I want you to tune in to next week's episode. And do I know what we're talking about? Not just yet, but I promise you it'll be something that'll help you continue to build, launch, and grow your very own personal freedom success system. And I won't see you at the top, but I will see you where? Over the top. Have an amazing day and the rest of your week. Oh, by the way, go and get lots of candy kitties and also trick or treat. Bye.
There are 5 things you can do if you love the show. 1, tell anyone suffering from SMB to tune into the live show each Tuesday from 9:30 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook. 2, follow, like, and share at Slow Money Blues on social media. 3, join our private Facebook group and get access to great resources. 4, subscribe, download, and rate the podcast. And 5, donate so we can keep bringing great content.